so much good stuff, okay, and such great film being back here in the stadium, okay, and having guys compete like that, that you're going to get better off something like that. So really, really pleased with, finishing up the second week of practice, and really pleased with just the way the contact went this week.
I know you guys didn't do a full scrimmage today, but were you able to get on any situational work, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so we had a live inside run drill early in practice, and then working first and second down, middle of the field, 30 to 30 during our team portion, and right there at the end, we had a live red zone, rack with each of our first two offenses and two defenses. So starting to get some situations, we'll start working third down, stuff like that next week.
Being back in Downey, what's it like to have those new coaches be out here in the field?
Well, it's for the new guys, players and coaches, first time to be in here, in this setting right here. So it's just, we have a phenomenal stadium. We're very fortunate here in a great setting. I look forward to our home opener when it's filled with 50,000 screaming Pirates. Okay, but it's good to be back on the surface.
Coach, can you talk about the running back room as far as you have Mitchell and Rajay Harris? Can you talk about some other guys that we can expect to see that are in the running back room?
Well, I think, first, we talked about Rajay and Keaton. I think, if you paid any close attention to the end of practice right there, those two are pretty special. And the way they compete. You look at them in that Oklahoma drills, we finished practice right there, and those two are right in the middle of it. And really, from a leadership kind of deal, getting the ball in the end zone on the last snap right there. So that's, that attitude and mentality in that room is just really at a good place right now. DJ Alston has been doing a great job this spring. Asa Barnes was out today, but has had a solid start to the spring. And you saw Macy O'Donnell getting some reps in there. Macio's speed, allows us to do some things there with that position.
Would you guys still like to add another scholarship back? I know you got McKay coming in, but is that a possibility?
I would say we'll add another back before the beginning of the season.
It looks like Mason's getting a lot of number 2 work, obviously.
Yeah.
How has he kind of been in these team-type situational, situations?
Well, he's not drinking from a fire hydrant anymore. He actually knows kind of the route concepts and where people are going to be, so that's been good to kind of calm things down. That right there at the end, that live work is what he needs worse than anything. So, each day he's going to get better and get more comfortable. So he's had a good start, but just as many reps as we can get, those backup quarterbacks, figuring out who number 2 is and then who number 3 is.
Coach, you seem really happy with how your culture has taken root.
I am. That's the thing that I thought we had to get fixed first when I first got here. I think we're in a really good place right now. We have good, solid leadership. The kids, they know what the expectations are and how we operate, on the field, off the field, around campus. So, really pleased with our group and the way they represent us.
How's Taji Hudson doing, that receiver?
Good. Now, he's a dang load, as you can see from that last little matchup right there. I don't know if anybody's whipped him yet in any of those one-on-one deals, but he's, when it comes to the receiving aspect, he's improving on his footwork. That's the big thing. Improving on releases, improving on route running. He has good hands and catches the ball consistently, but it's just all the fundamentals and things are what he's really got to focus on this spring.
What about Jeremy Lewis? I saw him at South Central's football game last night. Asked him how he was transitioning to the new position. Said he was loving it. Seemed very genuine. What have you seen from him?
He's looked like he belongs. He's taking first team reps right now, and had a solid practice today. Had an interception during our team portion of practice. He brings that edge, that intensity, and his athleticism out there has done. It's been really good so far. So he's adjusted quite well.
Can you speak to what Travion Freshwater is going through with this transition?
Well, he's working at field end right now, and getting some reps, and has shown some flashes of what we hoped he would be when he got here. And I've challenged him. He's got to make the most of this opportunity this spring. So, looking forward to see what he does, for the duration of the rest of the practice.
Coach, can you talk about the first spring ball for C.J. Johnson? How big is that?
Well, it's big. I'll be glad when we get him out there. He should be back on the practice field Tuesday. It's what he did not have, last year. He and I have talked a good bit. I have high expectations for him. He has high expectations for himself, but he's got to get out there on the field, and he's got to work on the things that he's got to improve on and really work on that consistency day in and day out from a performance standpoint.
Oh, it's going great. A lot of intensity. Shoot, we getting better. you can't ask for nothing more.
We got to ask you about the number change. You, Xavier, Gyro, anything specifically go into that?
It's my senior year. I just wanted to change, new outlook. You know, I'm playing better, so I just want to go out with a bang. You know, that's for the number. That's why I changed my number.
What was it like being out here on Dowdy Ficklen Stadium today?
It felt great. It's been a while. I mean, it just felt great. I know y'all could tell all the energy and stuff. Like, it was just great to be back out here together, out here, banged it out, getting better.
Bruce, you've seen the culture change here. What's different today than it was, say, 2 years ago?
The energy, the excitement. Like, we love playing football and we want to win. So, like, and Coach Houston's doing a great job of, you know, help changing the culture around here. So, I mean, all we could do is do our part and come out here and go full speed at each other.
Talking about the excitement, you guys seem to be very hungry to win.
Shoot, we just want to win. It's time for a change. Like the previous question, it's time for a culture change. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring a lot of excitement out and a lot of energy. So yeah.
Bruce, can we get a shot of your helmet there? There's some war marks on that helmet.
Yeah.
Is there any significance to the number 5, or is that just the number you picked?
That's just the number I picked. I mean, I wanted a single-digit number. Yeah, there's really no significance behind it. I just wanted to change. You know, I've been rocking 38 for a long time. I just wanted to go out with a bang. You know, it's just signifying, you know, wholeness, and it's time for a change.
Who do you think won practice today as far as offense versus defense?
I mean, we all came out here and banged it out, but you know, I'm a defensive guy, so of course I'm gonna say defense. But we all did our parts, both offense and defense.
Bruce, I think it's might be the first year you've had the same position coach in your career. How much does that help, just having that familiarity?
It helps a lot because you're not going from different defenses and different schemes. Like, you get an opportunity to finally adapt to something, you know, adapt to something the same, you know, like no new change. You could adapt to it and, you know, improve off of that.
Well, Holton, how's spring practice going thus far for you guys?
It's been pretty good. Weather's been good to us. We got a lot of work in. It's good because a lot of us, I mean, have been starters before at some point. We even got some guys that aren't starting right now in the rotation that have started, so it's good. We're finally getting older, so it's been good.
What was the end like there? What is the setup on that drill too? Do you get 2 plays to score or 3? What is that? How's that work?
You get 3 plays, and it's like a 5-yard radius, and it's 3-on-3 with a running back. It's not. I mean, it's a good football drill, but it's not set up for the offense to win. So I mean, you just got an uphill battle.
What was it like being out here today, Dowdy Ficklen Stadium, Holton?
Great. I mean, this is one of the first in-person interviews I've done in over a year, so it feels good for you guys to be out here. It feels good for anyone really to be out here. But anytime we get a chance to play in the stadium is always special.
Oh, can you speak to the culture change you've gone through in the past 2 years under Coach Houston?
Yeah, this team is nothing like any team I've ever been a part of here at ECU. I mean, we're all experienced. We all know what to expect now. It's a couple of the freshmen from last year's first spring, but I mean, they're experienced. They've played in a whole season now and actually played, not just been a part of it, but played. So, I mean, this offseason has really been special for this team because, I mean, you can definitely feel the culture changing.
Seems like there's more depth this year, and you guys seem to be, like, I guess you guys are having an opportunity to play a few years together, so you're a lot closer than maybe in years past.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one positive thing about COVID is, I mean, you had to play a lot of people. Everyone had to be ready at one time and stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't benefit in the moment. I mean, last year when someone had to go out because of COVID, that sucked, or contact tracing, that sucked. But, I mean, this year when you look back at it and you have 3 people that have started a game in the same position, I mean, that's big time for depth purposes. And I mean, these seasons are long. I mean, people get hurt, people get nicked up, and you just got to have depth there, and I think we finally have it here.
Coach Brinchen, who had a really big off season, what was it conditioning-wise or weight room-wise you think has led to that?
It's kind of everything. I mean, eating a lot better. I mean, any chance you can to get better. I mean, that's what I took. I mean, I took it to eating wise, and then, you know, Big John did a great job with me. I went from about 238 to 226, so I dropped about 12 pounds, and I just feel better, feel quicker, and hopefully I can show that this fall.
What kind of changes have you experienced this year with the addition of the passing game coordinator?
I mean, I mean, we've added some things. I mean, it's just spring. We're a couple practices in, but I mean, you can definitely see some stuff. I mean, we'll go watch Norfolk State, some of the stuff that we'll put in and stuff that they had that has really been a good addition for us. So he's been really good for us.
With the running back room, looks like Keaton obviously gotten a lot of reps just because it's a little thin there. How have you kind of worked with him on that first unit, and how's he been, you think?
Yeah, Keith's been great. I mean, him and Raji are both ones. I mean, there's not a starter and a backup. I mean, they're both ones. They're as good as anyone in this conference, and really this country. Those dudes are always up tempo and ready to go. So I mean, it really hasn't been too much of an adjustment not having Rajay there. I mean, obviously we miss him, and he was out there today, which was good. But I mean, Keats, they're both very good. So they're both starters really.
Oh, can you talk about the tight end position? It seems like that room is really, really improved with depth and the quality of tight ends.
Yeah, and the offense that we have, I mean, the pro-style offense, you got to have good tight ends, and you know, one that's really surprised a lot of people's Gag. I mean, he's weighing about 250 now, and he's done a really good job of having that mentality of I'm gonna go do it and I'm gonna get better at it. So I mean, but the depth there has been very good. Zach Bird's had a really good. Shane. I mean, all those guys are very capable of playing and have played before. I mean, other than Gag really, and adding Ryan Jones too. I mean, he's a freak of an athlete. He's a great pass catcher. So just getting those guys rolling, I mean, they can do nothing but help us.